Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 66-year-old Illinois resident Joseph Pavlik was a member of the group called Guardians of Freedom. It's a self-styled militia group, and they are tangentially affiliated with the Three Percenters. So in the weeks leading up to the Capitol attack, Pavlik posted violent statements on Facebook. In regard to street fights at Trump's Million MAGA March in December of 2020, he called for action, quote, much more brutal than punching and kicking. And he wrote, quote, put that miserable BLM bitch on the ground and grind her head into the street. On January 6th, Pavlik headed to the Capitol with 2 sets of goggles. He had a tactical vest and a helmet. You know, peaceful protester. It's a natural thing that they would take. Pavlik and other members of his group headed to the Lower West Terrace Tunnel. And to his credit, he handed a pair of his goggles to an officer. He gave the extra pair to an officer who didn't have eye protection. Didn't last long because Pavlik then pushed against other officers and he was trying to enter the tunnel. Pavlik pressed against the police for about 10 minutes before being ejected, and one officer tried to remove his hand from his riot shield, and then another had to spray Pavlik with chemicals. So once he was outside of the tunnel, Pavlik was seen preparing a can of pepper spray to use against the police, but the mob was so rowdy that he got jostled around, so he ended up handing the pepper spray to someone else, and he briefly walked away. That person then ended up walking up and dousing the police with it, and Pavlik remained in the area for a while. He stayed near the tunnel until the police used tear gas on the mob. Following the Capitol attack, Pavlik continued to post online and he said, quote, we were peaceful protesters. And then he referred to members of Congress as, quote, filthy demon rats. And he falsely stated, quote, there wasn't one person with a weapon. Yeah, except for you with that pepper spray, I guess. By October of 2021, he seemed like he was feeling pretty invincible because he posted, quote, we need an insurrection or a revolution, and it has to be so convincing that the left will never raise their head above ground again. Then Pavlik also downplayed what happened at the Capitol, and he cited January 6th conspiracy theories, of course. When the FBI interviewed Pavlik on August 24th and October 18th, this is of 2022, this is how long he was free, he admitted that he was at the Capitol, he admitted to entering the tunnel, but he falsely claimed he was by himself. So Pavlik was finally arrested on January 31st of 2023, and he was charged with civil disorder, entering restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon, disorderly conduct on restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon, physical violence on restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon, and impeding passage on Capitol grounds. In August of 2023, Pavlik pleaded guilty to civil disorder and entering restricted grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon. So he was looking at up to 10 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested 13 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. Pavlik has no criminal history, so that definitely factored in. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any details about what was said in court, but U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden presided over Pavlik's case, and he sentenced Pavlik to 2 months in prison, 2 years of probation, which includes 6 months of home detention, $2,000 in restitution, and a $6,000 fine. Considering who the judge is, this was good, believe it or not. McFadden, for those who don't know, he is a Trump appointee who literally served on Trump's presidential campaign, or his transition team, I should say. He equates the Capitol attack to BLM protests because, you know, people fighting for justice and equality and, you know, not being murdered by police for no reason is the same as people showing up at the Capitol to terrorize everyone inside for no reason, for a fantasy, for a lie. Anyway, I'll let you all know if I hear any more about this guy. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, share it, become a subscriber, become a donor if possible. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.